In today's video, I am sharing with you the most effective ad formats that are working right now on Meta. I'm going to be telling you why they work and most importantly, how you can replicate the success for yourself. For those of you who are new here, hello, my name's Fraser. I run Fraggle. We're an ad creative agency. Our ads are spent over 600 million for brands like Chomps, Aloha, Govee, Nailboo. There's too many to mention. And on average, our clients see a drop of 40% in their CPA. So I know what I'm talking about. Oh, and by the way, if you happen to be running ads and you're spending over $70,000 a month, click the QR code on screen or the first link in the description to book a call with me and chat directly. Anyway, let's get on with the video. So the first ad, which is working consistently across accounts that I see, is the street interview. If you don't know what this is, here's a quick example. We didn't make this one, but I think it's a solid ad.
Do you get cramps while you're on your period?
I do. Yes, definitely.
Yes, it hurts very much.
How bad are your cramps usually?
Like an 8?
7 to 8. It's beginning.
Essentially, you're going on the street, you're asking random people a question, or you're showing them your product, and then you're getting their reaction to it. This one's actually really clever because they start it by asking women probably the most relatable question ever, which is, do you get cramps on your period? And because their product solves that issue, we're already targeting the right person.
Getting bad. I don't know.
Have you ever tried a period pain relief pad before?
No, never.
It is your lucky day. Try it on, let me know what you think. It does have 3 different heat.
Now this bit is super cool. The host of this is really charismatic on camera. He's really clever and he introduces the product straight away and then they start to test it out essentially. And he's almost presenting it as if this isn't his product, he doesn't have anything to do with it, and he's just, hey, look, try this product, it might really help you. It's very organic, it's very natural, and that's what's important about street interviews.
You're like heating up.
It feels good. I like that actually.
Yeah, I like it. I would definitely use it.
It feels so good. Like I can already feel the heat coming in.
Fantastic. So go try yours out today. Go to trybeauty.com.
So essentially the structure of this video is introduce the product, what the problem is that the product solves, and then there's a quick product demo with random people on the street and they're giving their honest opinion of what it's like. It's super easy, super quick, and you can do this. It's a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. Going up to someone random on the street is terrifying. However, the results are pretty amazing. If you don't fancy getting on camera but you still want to do street interviews, then you can do that. This is one example here that I found where you never actually see a presenter, so to speak. It's just focused on the person that they found on the street.
Pre-workout, I make like protein pancakes and then a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Nice sugar, carbs, ready for the gym.
The idea of these videos is that you're capturing the curiosity of people. They want to know what this random person is talking about on the street, and then you manage to weave in your product just like they do in this second half of the ad.
Oh, these are gonna be dangerous. These taste like a warm, freshly fried, dipped in sugar churro. If I had a little sauce too, these are really good.
Right, if you saw that on your feed, you would want to try these because this guy is singing their praise. In fact, we don't even know who this guy is. He could be the brand's marketing manager. I don't know. So what I'm saying is that this format, showing someone on the street, making it seem natural, is just such a good ad format. The next one that just works all the time is a simple static testimonial ad. Basically, go to your reviews, find one that is slightly amusing or eye-catching, slap it on a static with your product image, and hey presto, just like this one from AG1, I've never had such lovely poops, ever. I'm so grateful. Now that is going to stop the scroll. And then they've paired it with some social proof, the 47,000 plus 5-star reviews. They have a few little call outs at the bottom for the benefits, and then they're showing the actual product. The whole design is really clean. It captures your eye. It's not too confusing, but it's all led by that testimonial at the top. We make a whole bunch of these statics for our clients at Fraggle, and things just got a whole lot easier with the whole new ChatGPT model. You can essentially generate endless product images, and it can even do the text for you. I won't suggest it, but you can do it. But the important thing here is that you find a good, funny, hookable review to put at the top, because that's what's going to drive the conversions with this ad. It's probably going to be sitting at the bottom of the funnel. People already know who you are. They're product aware. They're problem aware. They just need to buy. So I've made a couple of videos about this on the past. I've definitely spoken about it on Twitter if you follow me over there, but essentially the traditional UGC is kind of dead. Instead, it's been replaced by this. This is a story UGC. Essentially what it is, it's got all the essence of a UGC video. It's shot on phone, it's following a creator, but they're telling a story. They're not just talking directly about the product at you, they're weaving it into their daily life.
Doing an Ironman or a triathlon and you've just started swimming like me, then here are 3 things I wish I knew 6 months ago before I started. Firstly is how much...
So the first thing, she is giving you a scenario that you will either relate to or you won't relate to. If you relate to, the chances are you'll want to buy their product. If you don't, then you can self-target yourself and you can get the hell out of there.
Chlorine can actually damage your hair and skin. I reached out to some people and they highly recommended these try-hard products, and now they are an absolute non-negotiable for me.
So straight away, the first of these many reasons that she is presenting to us is a product. It's a shampoo product. She's talking about how spending so much time in the pool started to damage your hair, so she was suggested this product and so she's trying it out.
I pop the conditioner in my hair before I go on a swim and it acts as a barrier against the chlorine. And afterwards, if it's a hair wash day, I'll use the shampoo as well as the conditioner. The body wash, which essentially just keeps you nice and hydrated and stops you smelling like a swimming pool all day.
And then she just integrating the product into the video. This video could work just as an organic video where she's just happening to be mentioning a product that she's working, but we know it's an ad. That's the reason that this is working so well. It's given us a reason to watch the story and the content that she's given us, but it's an ad.
Number 2 is consistency. I know it's such a basic piece of advice, but I always feel like with new sport,
And then the rest of the reasons are just padding, basically.
you have to go through a stage of being a little bit rubbish at it. They can actually be really hard as an adult, but just keep showing up because you will get better. Number 3 is improving your technique. This can be a little bit funny when you have to use...
And this is the thing, the video is actually pretty good. The value is there. Like, if you are into triathlons and swimming and fitness in general, unlike me, then you will probably find great value in this video. But the important thing here is that the integration of the product was at the beginning of the video. Because let's be honest, most people have the attention span of a goldfish, and so they're going to drop off pretty quickly. And if they do, well, it doesn't matter really, because they've absorbed the part we want to, which is the part where she talks about our product. So if you are going to try something like this, then make sure that the first reason or the first thing you talk about is your product. Now, I just said that the traditional UGC is dead, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work, because shocker, there are still a lot of accounts where traditional UGC works. This is one video that we made for GoV, which is literally the most traditional UGC ever. We sent the product to an actor, we gave them the script, and they shot it for us, and we sent it back, and it's just a testimonial video.
Watch me set up my new GoV curtain legs to bring some style to the house. Our living room was lacking in flair, so let's change that. To hang them up, you can either hook them in...
The most important thing to remember when you're making these videos is that the person which is on video is in your demographic. If the person using your product and demoing their product isn't within the person that you're trying to sell the product to, it's going to get ignored. There is nothing worse than me going into an ad account and seeing a brand which is selling to like 50-year-old women and all the creators in the videos are 21-year-old girls. It just doesn't work. There's a massive disconnect there. So if you're going to make videos like this, you need to go to the extra effort to make sure that you cast the right person, you script in their language, and you hook them in with something that they're actually going to care about.
Nail them up, we'll use adhesive tabs. This LED curtain is made up of 520 individual lights that all sync up together to form any pattern that you can think of.
UGC videos like this can follow multiple formats. They can be heavy product demo like this one, or they can be, you know, product solution, whatever it is. The traditional UGC still works in some ad accounts. It's just slowly dying out. Now, if you already have a ton of UGC testimonials like we just showed, then this next one is absolutely perfect for you. This is the UGC Mashup. So basically what you're doing here is you're taking all those UGC clips and videos that you already have, and you're mashing them all together to make like a mega video.
This protein shake tastes just like your favorite dessert.
It's completely plant-based.
It has pea protein and fava bean protein.
Vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free.
It's got like a ton of other...
We're hearing about the product from a load of different people that are all within the demographic, and you're basically heavy selling. It's very direct response. These things work really well because you can test a whole heap of them very quickly. In fact, we use a software called Recharm to do this. Essentially what it does is it just categorizes all your video clips for you, makes it really easy to find the clips that you need that you can then download and just place into an edit. We make every single one of our clients' videos like this because they are just so easy to test. They're really great for testing out messaging, different hooks. You can really start to piece them together to make an absolute banger of an ad. But the important thing to remember here is that these are normally completely free to make. You don't have to reach out to a new creator. There's no expensive production costs. You're just using what you already have. Now, a static offer ad is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a static ad promoting an offer. This is one that I found from Obvi, and it's essentially everything you want in an offer static. You've got a very compelling offer, 30% off and up to 4 free gifts. That's a very compelling offer. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy Obvi, this is probably going to push you over the edge. And that's essentially what these statics are meant to do. People that have been waiting for the right time to buy your product, you're giving them an offer and you're saying, hey, if we aren't going to convert you now, we're never going to be able to convert you. These obviously are very popular during Black Friday or peak sales seasons, but you can run these all year round. If you have a really good offer, you can just have them running at the bottom of the funnel. People will see them, they will head to your website and they will purchase when they've consumed your top of the funnel content. The creative isn't really that important when it comes to these statics. The most important thing is your offer. Now onto currently one of my favorite ad formats. It is the VSL or the mini VSL. If you don't know what VSL stands for, it stands for video sales letter. They're very popular in like the B2B marketing niche. Essentially, it's a long format video where someone is just talking at you and selling you the product. We have one on the homepage of our website. And the reason these work is because normally the people that are consuming them are already problem aware. They just want a fix. And so you're just pitching the fix to them. We like to put our own little spin at these at Fraggle. This is one that we made for Foldy. And you will notice it's a spokesperson who is, on camera, voiceover, talking about a problem.
I would rather cancel my trip than pay for these baggage fees. Airlines are robbing us blind. Let's be honest, airlines will charge you for breathing if they could.
This fits very well into another format that I've recently mentioned about the hero and villain. We're presenting the hero as a product and the villain as, in this case, the airlines. But we're putting that in a VSL format because it's very heavy script and most importantly, it's very heavy sales. But these VSL ads work so well. And essentially all you need to make them is someone that's really good on camera, like an actor, a really compelling script. And if you want, you could even use something like Claude or ChatGPT to write this for you. And then you piece it all together with some really clever editing. This video is 1 minute 12. That isn't normal for a Facebook ad, but we get away with it because the people consuming it want to consume it. Now, founder ads, another type of creative, which is super easy to make with archive material. And this is one that we made for the black stuff.
What's the secret behind this viral soap? It all started in the kitchen. Now it's the best natural soap out there. Meet John, the founder of the black stuff. So what's the secret? He takes extra time to cure.
So as you can tell, the video is basically telling the story of how your founder founded the brand. This is great if you have a very personal brand, just like John does with the black stuff. He is basically all over the brand. The emails are very personal. The website messaging is very personal. So this type of video kind of fits in perfectly. And all we're doing is we just want to show the journey that they took to make the product. This is even better if your product was made out of some kind of struggle. For example, another brand we work with, Kolkata Chai, they made their chai product because they couldn't find real chai in America that they used to get in India, and so they made Kolkata Chai. That is a fantastic hook, and that is what you need with this. For these, it's handmade soap, which, used to be made in his kitchen, and now he sells them around the world. In fact, I've actually made a video on founder ads. You can check that out on my channel. I'm sure there'll be a link somewhere as well. Now, another format that you're probably seeing all the time is fake podcasts. We all get podcast clips on our TikTok and Instagram feeds all the time, and so this is essentially taking that but putting your products inside it. For this, we normally hire actors. I think I'm actually going to make like a full video on like how we make podcast ads. I think that would be really cool. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that.
Can we just stop for 1 second?
But essentially the idea of these ads is that you do a fake podcast scenario and you let the actors improv and then you tie the whole thing together because it's about your product.
What are you eating?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This whole conversation, that's funny candy.
It's not candy. It's a protein bar. It's a aloha. Let's cut a deal. You can have a little bit as well.
Only if you share that.
Yeah.
This is tasty. It's so hard to find a protein bar that's tasty these days.
So you were saying before about...
The entire thing is built around your brand coming in an organic way in a conversation on a podcast, and it's like you just clipped it and you've put it up on your socials. That's the type of vibe that we want to get. These can take many different formats. You can have like an expert podcast where someone's being interviewed, or you can have like a banter podcast like this. But these are performing really well across accounts. There's a few things that you need to bear in mind when you make them, but I'll cover them in the separate video. Now, ugly ads. These are the ads that essentially they look ugly. They're very low effort, lo-fi ads, which the reason they work is because they look like something that your mum could make. So for example, this static here, this is the most basic static you could imagine. It's a UGC image with a print screened tweet on top of it. You couldn't get any simpler. And that's kind of the reason why it works. That's the beauty of ugly ads. And look, I even have a hat that says make ugly ads on it. That's how much I love these ads. Because the simple thing is that they do work and they attract a certain type of customer. And the best part is they're super easy to test and you can churn out a ton of them in a day. So whether it's a static or like an ugly UGC, whatever it is, you should test them out. Now this next one is becoming more and more popular and I really see it taking off this year particularly, and it's EGC, employer generated content. The idea of this is the same thing that works with founder ads. You're giving someone an insight into your company and how it operates, but instead of the founder showing it, it's the employees. The chances are you already have people that work for you that make some kind of content, so get them on camera and get them to make content for you.
Our Haley Hodder went viral and for good reason. Just look how flattering it is on me, and not only is it so flat.
Look, she is in the warehouse, she's in the factory, she's showing you like the down and dirty of their company, and she's talking about the product. It feels really honest, it feels really genuine, and the best part, the best word that everyone loves, it feels very authentic. And that's the best thing about EGC, because you can't fake it. If your employees are going to make content about you, they're going to do it because they enjoy your product and they enjoy working there. So wherever you can do, try and incorporate your employees to your content, whether it's like pick and pack ads where you're showing them, you know, pick the order and fulfill it and send it to the customer. Whatever it is, that kind of stuff just works really well. People love to consume it. And finally, the us versus them. This is probably one of the oldest types of creative, and essentially you're just comparing your product to your nearest competitor. You can name this competitor if you want, if you maybe fancy risking legal trouble, or you can just, you can just name the generic version. A great example actually of this, which is a bit of a crossover between ugly ads and us versus them, is this ad here from Skin Underwear. Disposable pads, $234.48 per year. Skin undies, $99.99 for 3 years. They are showing you how they compare to their nearest competitor, which every female already knows, disposable pads. And the angle they've gone from here, out of the many angles they could have gone for, is price. And that's essentially what you need to do. Find out the one main reason why people choose you over your competitor and display it to your customer. Because the chances are they're already doing the research. They're already seeing how you compare to other brands or, other similar products. And so just do the research for them and present it in an ad. So these were all the formats that we're seeing pop across Meta ads in 2025. And a high performing ad, just like the ones that we saw, all start with a great script. So that's why I made a video called How to Write Winning Meta Ad Scripts. You can watch that up here if you fancy it. And if you happen to be spending over 70k on ads and you need some help with your ad creative, you can scan the QR code that's on the screen, or you can click the first link in the description. I appreciate all your time. Make sure that you hit subscribe as well and drop us a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.